Hi everyone, thanks for dropping by my YouTube channel today, where this evening on my workbench I'll be doing final tests on Everett's QuadraFire brand pellet stove controller. Everett's controller is a model TASSB-93V.12A. Everett sent me this one because he had a really bad chatter inside the box and the igniter was no longer functional. With those details, I agreed with Everett that he should send it to me and I would troubleshoot the problems and make the necessary repairs. I received the controller today, I've completed all that work, and I'm ready to do final tests. I've had Everett's controller connected to my tester. It's been on for at least 20 minutes and all of the internal timers have elapsed. With that, let me tell you a little bit about my tester. Obviously we have Everett's controller, which is connected to the tester. The tester itself has a thermostat, which is not calling for heat right now. I have a temperature simulator, which is set to 66 degrees Fahrenheit. That simulates the temperature of the thermocouple in your stove. Behind this faceplate, I have an actual auger motor, and the shaft from that auger motor comes through to the front, and there's a decal on it. So when the controller calls for the auger to come on, we'll see this decal spin. And I have 4 light bulbs at the back. The first one simulates the igniter, the next one simulates the combustion fan, the third one with the yellow decal simulates the auger motor, and finally at the far end in red is the convection or room fan. Just know that for this model of controller, that light will not come on. That is controlled by a thermal switch inside the stove, which I do not have on my tester. My temperature simulator is currently set to 66 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be a cold room, and I'm not calling for heat. If I do call for heat, a number of lights will come on, so let's go ahead and do that. There, we see 3 lights have come on. We see the auger came on, and we can hear the auger motor spinning, and we can see the decal spinning as well, so that's functional. We can see that the combustion fan has come on, and we see that the igniter also has come on. If you look at the box, you might be able to see that I've already noted a few things on it. Firstly, I've noted in green that the green light on the front here will come on at 200 degrees Fahrenheit when I set this to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. And the red light will come on at approximately 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the temperature of your fire. Additionally, I've marked that the 2-minute auger timer comes on at 2 minutes. What will happen is if we leave it long enough, the auger will shut itself down after approximately 2 minutes. The 8-minute timer is also functional. That's for the igniter itself. That's meant to turn off the igniter if there's no heat being generated after 8 minutes. And the exhaust timer, which is approximately 12 minutes long and extinguishes the combustion blower if there's no fire and everything is normal. Basically, the 5 timers that are inside the box have been checked and they're fully functional. They match the times that I see on other boxes. If I were to increase the temperature of the fire by adjusting the output here, as I reach the 250 degrees Fahrenheit point, we'll see the green light over here come on. So let's keep an eye out for that, see if we can see it. Hopefully the camera will catch that. There it is. Off, on, off, on, off, on. Let me put a shade in front of the lights. Maybe that'll help you see it better on the camera. On, off, on, off, on, off. So as I dance around the 250 degrees Fahrenheit point, we see the light come on. There's 250 and the light is now on. If I increase that temperature up to 1100 degrees Fahrenheit, we'll see the red light come on and the igniter in the back should shut off. Let's keep an eye out for that. 900. There we go, 1100 degrees, the red light came on, and the igniter shut off. If I go down below, the igniter comes back on. Below, above, below, above, below, above. Additionally, because I'm above the green light point, the auger continues to run. On this system, the auger motor is a very slow turning shaft drive, and that means that the controller turns on power and leaves it on for the duration. So as long as there's pellets, it'll keep feeding the fire pit. Now at this point, I'm in the red light zone. The fire is hot. The convection or room fan should be blowing, and the room should be warming up. It'll warm up to the point where the thermostat will stop calling for heat, and we see that the auger has stopped feeding pellets. If that were to stay in that mode for a while, the room would slowly cool, the fire would die off a little bit because there's no new pellets being dropped in, and as the room cools, the thermostat would call for heat, and as we call for heat, we see that the auger drives more pellets into the fire, causing the fire to roar, heating up the room, and the thermostat will stop calling for heat. The auger stops. That cycle will continue on and off, on and off, on and off, and notice that the igniter doesn't come on. That cycle will continue on and off for as long as there are pellets in the hopper, or somebody just comes by and turns off the thermostat and says enough is enough, time to turn off the stove. So let me turn this back down. Everett, I want to thank you very much for sending me your controller. I appreciate it. For all you other viewers out there, if you have a pellet stove controller of your own, whether it's a QuadraFire or a Brockwell or USSC, United States Stove Company, or other brands, and you have a need to have it serviced, please feel free to contact me. I'd be happy to speak to you about it. My contact information can be found in the video description just below this video. In the meantime, I hope you'll take a few seconds to like this video and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that very much. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.